They're running in the All-American Futurity NFL.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. I'm Tim Keithley, along with Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Dawson, as we once again take you through the Triple Crown races for the 2026 racing season to be held at the Downs of Albuquerque. Good to see you, Tom.
Hey, looking forward to getting this thing rolling, Tim. We all wish we could be in Ruidoso, but we know the realities. We're very happy that Albuquerque has stepped in big time for this year, and I'm looking forward to being up there for the first set of trials.
Well, we're making the best of a bad situation is what this is all about. And we hope that someday, in some way, we'll be back at Ruidoso Downs. But for the meantime, let's make the best of a 2026 racing season at the Downs of Albuquerque. We'll tell you all about it. Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Speed Horse Magazine, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, and Just Dulce. It's going to be a great season, and we'll tell you all about it. Trials for the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity when we come back on the Triple Crown Report.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American Quarter Horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Uncle D is the only stallion to sire qualifiers for all Remington Park, Oklahoma bred stakes. Uncle D foals born through 2026 are eligible for the $50,000 smart money incentive when they win a Grade 1 Futurity or Derby. $25,000 goes to Grade 2 and Grade 3 Futurity and Derby winners. Plus, he is a Ruby and Riata Buckle stallion. Uncle D, a $3 million sire, now standing in New Mexico at Prestige Equine.
Welcome back to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. Here we go with trials starting Friday and Saturday at the Downs of Albuquerque for the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity. Now, that's a 350-yard trial. There will be 13 races on Friday and Saturday for a purse of $1 million. A few less races, but still quality of horses, Tom.
Well, it's only a couple of less each day, Tim, and the guys that are in the trials are certainly not sad about that. More opportunity to qualify, but as you say, the quality is still there, and that's evidenced by the first race we're going to show.
Now remember, the top 5 fastest qualifiers on Friday will advance to the final, the top 5 on Saturday. Here we go in race 2 on Friday with the runner-up in the Remington Park Futurity. What do you think of me now?
What do you think of me now? Was the fastest qualifier on one of the nights for the Remington. Apolitical Gold Digger was the fastest qualifier on the other night. Here they hooked up in post positions 9 and 10, and you see they lead the gate right together. The 9 Apolitical Gold Digger has got a little bit of a lead on What Do You Think of Me Now, and the outside horse just cannot get by. Makes it close, about a neck at the wire, but it's Apolitical Gold Digger over What Do You Think of Me Now. That's only 2 starts for this horse. He's definitely eligible to improve with the experience under his belt.
Only 2 starts, but that's still quite a bit more experience than most.
You know what? I'm a big believer in experience, Tim. I know these early futurities, you get a lot of horses with no starts or one start. I'm a big believer that they learn something every time, and I like to see that experience come through.
Let's take you to our second horse to watch on Friday. It's in race 9. It's number 4, Hendry, for trainer Tony Cedillo. It's good to see Racetrack Tony's got a runner.
Yeah, he got a runner here for Marcelino Gonzalez's Tungsten Racing. This horse just missed qualifying for the finals of the West Texas Futurity. This is the juvenile, and he makes it look like nothing to it. Hendry runs away from the pack here, wins it by an easy length. I was there. We covered that for Cowboy Channel as well. He could have won by more. Marcelino Gonzalez told me of all the 2-year-olds he bought, he thought this was the best one he had.
So we've seen one from Remington. We've seen one from Sunland. Now let's go to Los Al out in California. And this looks like a really nice racehorse. The distance was pretty short in this maiden race, but very impressive. Unblemished V for Francisco Calderon, the rider on top.
Unblemished V, this is only 220 yards here at Los Alamitos, but he makes it look very easy. He was the only horse in the race that had any experience, and that certainly showed. Just boiled to the front on the outside there, goes on to win handily. When you see the V at the end of the horse's name's Unblemished V, that's the trademark of Sammy Valeriano. He sent his horses to California to prep this year early with the kindergarten futurity and trials out there. Now he comes to Albuquerque, and we'll see if that prepping on the West Coast pays off.
I love that these horses are all coming together to see who's the fastest Memorial Day weekend. Horses to watch on Friday include What Do You Think of Me Now, Hendry, Unblemished V. We'll be back to tell you about the second trial day on Saturday. Some other nice horses coming to post when the Triple Crown Report returns.
New Mexico offers year-round racing at 5 tracks. $60 million is paid annually to New Mexico breds, led by the $1.2 million State Fair Futurity at Albuquerque. Last year, 4 New Mexico breds became millionaires, 2 quarter horses and 2 thoroughbreds. Yours may be waiting. Shop the New Mexico bred sale at Ruidoso in August and the Ruidoso Select sale. New Mexico is the place to breed and race.
One famous eagle has sired 3 All-American Futurity winners, 2 world champions, and 6 millionaires. Dulce Sintacha was the leading freshman sire with progeny earnings of nearly $2.2 million. 2-time champion Cyber Attack is a full brother to 6 Grade 1 winners. His first crop are yearlings. Also standing, This Is an Eagle, both a graded stakes winner and multiple graded stakes sire. Granada Farms, home of champion runners and sires.
Back to the Triple Crown Report. Let's take a look at Saturday's trials, and we begin with race 3, and this is 9 Degrees, a horse that qualified for the West Texas, Tom.
9 Degrees, one of many starters early in the year for Eric Valenzuela, who typically gets his horses ready to go early. Now, this is a trial for the West Texas. In there is a really good horse named Hendry, who we've already seen. On the outside, 9 Degrees with a big finish is going to win this trial. He's going to qualify for the finals. Just that close. Hendry does not. Unfortunately, 9 Degrees did not have a good effort in the finals. In the 10-hole, pulled the 2-year-old mistake, broke wide, never in the race. But I look for him to get back to that trial form in Albuquerque.
Obviously talented, no doubt about that. So we'll be looking for 9 Degrees. And then let's talk about another horse that has never started in a race before, but he's got a very famous brother. I'm talking about Treasured Empire, who was sold at $700,000 in the yearling sale at Ruidoso Downs last fall, and is a blood brother to 2025 AQHA World Champion FDD Dreams. How do you live up to the expectations of your brother?
Well, of course, he's a colt, so if he does much of anything, then I suppose he's a stallion prospect. Javier Rodriguez had him in the sale. Leon Harrell bought him, but Javi's back in a partnership deal, and he's with Javier's trainer, Xavier Rodriguez. Now, here's a workout on the inside there at Albuquerque, kind of a schooling race type workout. You see, he broke very, very sharply and continued on well to the wire. Don't have a camera right on the wire. Hard to see how they finished, but that looked like a very strong work for a very highly regarded prospect.
I'll tell you what, it'll be hard not to bet against Treasured Empire, never having raced before the trials for the Ruidoso Futurity. Should be very interesting. That's race 5. And then late on Saturday, we have a young filly, also from Feliz Montana Ranch, Relentless Delight, number 1 in race 13, Tom.
This one does have experience in the trials for the West Texas Futurity. Here she is in here with the horse called GBH Cowboy. Now, she doesn't break all that great, but she'll finish pretty good, and she'll be a closing second to GBH Cowboy, the winner, who made the finals of the Futurity. Now, GBH Cowboy has gone on to win the Four Corners Futurity up in Farmington. So that's a runner. So that was a really good first out for Relentless Delight.
Horses to watch on Saturday include 9 Degrees in race 3. There's Treasured Empire, a first-time starter, number 6 in race 5, and Relentless Delight, number 1 in race 13. We'll be back to tell you about the Derby runners on Sunday when the Triple Crown Report returns.
For over 56 years, Speed Horse Magazine has been the trusted source for quarter horse racing news. Our mobile-friendly platform elevates your experience on any device. Our advanced search puts essential data right at your fingertips. Explore the stallion section, easily sort and filter member stallions, then compare up to 3 side by side. Stay informed with custom notifications tailored to you. Speed Horse Magazine. We deliver the information that drives the industry.
Genetics matter, and these are impossible to ignore. Just Dulce, 2025 champion 3-year-old colt and full brother to the phenomenon, Dulce Sintacha. Backed by elite genetics, proven performance, and a program designed for success, Just Dulce booked full his very first season. Just Dulce, genetically inevitable, standing at Royal Vista Ranch in Wayne, Oklahoma.
Back to the Triple Crown Report as we take a look at the trials for the $600,000 Ruidoso Derby going at 400 yards. Now, Tom, King of the Tide is skipping the Derby to go to the mountaintop for New Mexico's. And so we won't see King of the Tide this weekend, but we will see 2 of the top runners in last year's All-American.
We're going to see Political Twist, who was second, of course, and went on to be champion. And we're going to see a really, really good effort from Lethal Lobo. Now, here they are in the All-American. You're going to see Lethal Lobo right there is with the leaders almost all the way. He has a very clean trip, a very good opportunity to make an impression here, and he does. At a nice price, comes on and runs third just behind King of the Tide, nipping Political Twist right there. Now, Lethal Lobo has had 2 starts this year, and he's yet to get to the winner's circle. But, you know, we know he's got talent, so I look for improvement now.
Okay, and then let's talk about Political Twist. Clearly, this was one of the fastest 2-year-olds and gets back now as a 3. And the connections say this horse seems like it's put on a lot of weight, much more mature.
My biggest question is how ready is he going to be for his first start? I usually like to see him have a start before they come back after being off since he was off since December. But they know their horse, and I'm sure he'll be ready to give a good account of himself.
All right, we'll see. This was Political Twist winning the Ruidoso Futurity last season. So both of these are back. And then another horse that I know you were excited about as a 2-year-old that is coming back for trainer Zach Steinbaugh is Investor. I recall this might have been your pick in the All-American.
Yeah, he ran fourth in the All-American, ran a very, very decent race. Let's take a look at him this is his trial race for the All-American, which he won, and was early in the day, and he had to hold on through a bunch more trials to keep his spot. I know co-owner Rick Young was very nervous about sitting in watching 7 or 8 more trials go by until the day was over. An Investor was declared a finalist in the All-American Futurity. Ran a good fourth, but I think importantly here, Tim, he has come back with a very nice race, a win in an allowance race against older horses, tough older horses at Remington in April. So I look for him to be very sharp.
And Investor has won 4 out of the 5 lifetime starts thus far, and I think that's going to be a tough 3-year-old this year. Horses to watch for Sunday in the Ruidoso Derby include Lethal Lobo in race 1, Political Twist in race 4, and Investor in race 6. There'll be 7 trials on Sunday. It's going to be a fun weekend, Tom. We'll see you up in Albuquerque.
Yeah, and
Turkey.
another note about Political Twist, Tim, that he could become the first horse to win both the Futurity and the Derby since Javier Rodriguez did it in 2007 and 8 with the great Hearts Wide Open. Something to watch.
We're looking forward to it. Triple Crown Report brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Speed Horse Magazine, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, and Just Dulce. We'll see you this coming week up in Albuquerque. Thanks for watching the Triple Crown Report.